So what is the law? What is the law of attraction? Very simply, it's like attracts like. That's it. That's all there is to it. Like attracts like. A deeper meaning we're going to talk about. Ernest Holmes says, every person is surrounded by a thought atmosphere that is direct result of conscious and unconscious thoughts, which becomes the direct cause of whatever comes into his life. Is our lives are the direct result of the thoughts that we're thinking. The average person thinks about 50,000 or more thoughts a day. Now, if my life is the result, a direct result, of those 50,000 thoughts that I have a day, no wonder. No wonder things are sometimes not the way I want them to be. A lot of times, the thoughts that you think are not really high and lofty thoughts. The thoughts that you think are, that moment, person, why did he cut me off? That person, why'd she do that? Now, if that's the kind of thoughts that I'm thinking, what can I expect? But a life that isn't exactly what I want. But if we are thinking, if those 50,000 thoughts are thoughts of bliss and love and peace, and oh, I just love that woman's new hat. It's so pretty. And I think it looks so great on her. And oh, her hairstyle is just wonderful. And oh, that man in his hat. You know, if our thoughts are those kinds of thoughts, then we're going to have the kind of life that we want. And the reason for this is that it's not just our thoughts that cause our lives, because our thoughts create feelings within our bodies. Now you stop and think about it. If you're having a really nasty thought about someone, how does your body feel?
Yes.
Yeah. But if you're having good thoughts about somebody just baked you a beautiful, delicious looking chocolate cake and brought it to you just out of the blue, just a total surprise. First of all, you're looking forward to sinking your teeth into that luscious chocolate, and second of all, you're thinking, oh my gosh, what a wonderful neighbor. And then how does your body feel? Quite a difference. So our thoughts create feelings, and those feelings affect our bodies. But they also do something else. The feelings, if you have a thought, a persistent thought, and it creates a persistent feeling in you, that feeling is going to create a belief that you have about the world. If you're constantly thinking, oh, I don't have any money, I don't have enough money to do what I want to do, that thought is going to create a feeling with you that there is never enough money, and I just don't, what's the point, because I can't do anything I want to do because I just never have enough money. And all of a sudden, you're going to believe that you never have enough money. That's going to be the belief of your life, that you never have enough. And if you're always thinking, feeling, and believing, I'm never going to have enough, that's what you're going to have. Not enough, never enough. But if you stop and think about all that you do have, if you stop and think about, well, I was in a tight spot once before, but I got out of it. The money came through somehow. Something happened that everything worked out. Then you're going to start thinking differently. You're going to start thinking, well, maybe it's possible that. And that's going to change how you feel. And how you feel is going to be going to start changing how you believe about yourself and your life. And when you start changing your beliefs from I never have enough to somehow it works out, it isn't long before you find that it not only works out, but you have more than you ever thought you would have in your life. Because you've changed your thinking, and then you've changed your feeling, and then you've changed your belief. This is the sequence of how a thought can create your life and how it works with the law of attraction. Because the law responds to our vibration. And when we have a vibration of, I never have enough, that sets off. It's the vibration in your body that sets off a vibration that the law responds to, because this is how the law responds. Because everything is made up of vibrations. And if the law responds to a vibration, don't we want it to be the highest, the happiest vibration we can have? Because if you're like me, you don't want a life of never enough. You want a life where you know that all your needs and your wants are met. That you can have whatever it is that you want, because you know what you want is going to make you a better person. And you're going to, when you are a better person, then that rubs off on the world. Because when we learn how to use the law deliberately, consciously, to create the kind of life that we want, then we give every person that we know permission to do the same. We are teaching by example how to have the life that we were born to live. We weren't born to be in poverty. We weren't born to be in dis-ease. We weren't born to be disharmonious with the universe and with our neighbors. We were born to live in love and plenty. But we've bought into the grace consciousness that there is never enough, that everyone's out to get me. I'm growing older, therefore my body's breaking down. That's the biggest lie there ever was, that we buy into it, because the companies that tell us all this want us to buy the latest, greatest thing that's going to make us look young again, or feel young again, or move young again. And we have it within ourselves to do all of that, but we have forgotten it, and we don't know how to bring it back. But we bring it back by aligning ourselves with that one power, the one power of the universe. There's only one. Regardless of what you hear out there in the world, there's only one power, and that power is God, and that power is good. And when we align ourselves with that power is the power that we can use to make our lives what it is that we want. But we have forgotten with using the law to make the life that we want. We align ourselves with the one power. That power can heal whatever is going on in our lives, whatever is going on in our bodies, if we take the time to align ourselves with it. If we take the time to realize that that power is God, and that God is who I am. Carolyn talked about it in her prayer. God and I are one. The Father and I are one. And if the Father and I are one, and the Father is the power, then where do I need to go for whatever it is that I need?